Okay, so we've opened up the program and let's type our name in and let's go to the transformation. So we create a set of tubes and place that over to this side, and then let's create a rack with a single tube on it, and let's then pipette the things that we have to put in. So 1 microliter of, say, plasmid number 1. So let's create a pipette that will do that. So plasmid number 1 microliter, and into there. Let's now put 50 microliters of the KCM. So let's create that pipette and get the KCM, suck it up and pipette it in. And let's make a new pipette tip and get the cells 50 microliters and put those in. And then we might close the lid and mix the tube. Then we're going to increase the temperature of this rack, put it up to 37 degrees. And I'm not going to be tempted yet to click the accelerate time button. I'm going to really wait a little while for that temperature to equilibrate, and then although I know it's going to take 10 minutes, I'm going to just be patient, because that was in the instructions, and that's been lost from the latest set of instructions. So waiting. I think probably the temperature has equilibrated by now, and let us see if we can then just increase the time of exposure a bit, just make it go a little bit quicker. That will just take 10 seconds. A little bit annoying for us to wait, but I can tell you it's a lot less fuss than being in the lab and waiting for real time in the lab. So we'll just let that one go. So then after that, those have had their cooking, we'll take the timer back down to 1, and we will take the temperature down to 0. And not for 0, we'll take it down to 4. And that will start the process of the temperature equilibrating the other way. So that's so that's all good. And now we're going to add some of the lysogeny buffer. So that's going to be 200 microliters of the lysogeny buffer. So let's get some of that. And let's pipette that in. So there's now 200 microliters in there. And again, we'll close the lid and we'll give it a bit of a mix. All right. Now that should go up to 37, and that's fine. So we'll leave that to cook at 37. While that's cooking, we'll get some plates. So let's get a plate with no antibiotic stuff on it. We'll get a plate with some ampicillin. We'll get a plate with some of the chloramphenicol, and we'll get a plate with the kanamycin. So we've got 4 plates, and we'll lay them out, and we'll go through each one and open the lid. Now, of course, in real life you wouldn't open the lids and leave them all exposed like this, but we are probably not going to have any penalty. Now that should have equilibrated by now. Let's put 50 microliters of the mixture in each of the plates. So 50 microliters in there, 50 microliters in there, 50 microliters in there, and 50 microliters in there. So get rid of that. And now pop the lids back on. And let's pop them all in the oven, and we'll reset the timer. And now we really will crank this up, because we're not going to wait for many hours for that to happen. So let's see what happens when we take this to 16 hours. There we go, and let's take them out and see what we've got. Well, I would say that that has worked very nicely, that we've got white colonies and green colonies in here. We've only got green colonies in here, and we have no colonies in here. So it's clear that it works. I 100% believe it is because people are using the timer at the beginning too quickly. So let's model that. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. And I'm going to, so let's put these, I'm going to stack all these plates in each other. There we go, that's something you can't do in real life. All right, so let's make another rack with one tube on it. And, oh, it's disappeared under there. That was a very bad place to put things, wasn't it? Let's move these out to the side. There we go, that's a bit better. It's a magical bench because you can put things wherever you like. So let's go and, well, we'll make a new P1. So let's go to P1. I'll do it with the same plasmid just to show there's no sleight of hand. And we'll put that plasmid in there. Then we will, the next one that we need is the 50 microliters of the KCM. So let's get some of that. And the next one we need is the 50 microliters cells. I'm going to be naughty and not change my pipette tip here, but I will mix it so that that's kept the same. All right. So now I'm going to take that to 37 and I'm going to, now is that the mistake that people are making? If I take that to 37, okay, and then I think, oh, I'm impatient, I want to do this really quickly, the 10 minutes is going too slowly, so I crank that up there, it's like 20 minutes has gone. Okay. Now I'm going to take this back down to 4. And now I'm going to open it up and put in the LB. Let's do that. And now I'm going to mix it. And now I'm going to generate the plate. So I'll take this up to 37. And let's generate some more plates. So one of the kanamycin, one of the chloramphenicol, one of the ampicillin, and one of the none. Let's lay them out as before. So none. I might just generate a little bit more space by zooming out. Let's move that up to there. And we've got our plates. So let's open them all up. So clicking on there, and clicking on there, and clicking on there. And now let's open up here and take 50 microliters and pop it in there. Whoops. 50 microliters into there, 50 microliters into this plate, 50 microliters into here, and 50 microliters into here. And we'll put the lids back on. I don't think it really matters if we don't, which is not a good thing. And then we'll send these to the oven. And then we will restart the stopwatch and crank the speed up and see what we've got after 16 hours. So 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. 16 hours is gone, and let's have a look to see what we've got. And we didn't get any colonies. transformed. We've got plenty of growth in this one, but none in there, thereby proving that it was the time. That absolutely, that's exactly what I was expecting, particularly as 50% got it of the classes got it to work and 50% didn't. So that took me 10 minutes. I don't think there's any reason why students shouldn't repeat that, but there we go.